Hey there folks, Tom Pask here, bringing you another audio commentary, and today we have a game from the Replayers Cup. It's the semi-finals now, and best of three currently with a Fly up 1-0 now. It's going to be a Orc versus Orc here, Fly versus Focus, and today we're actually on Ancient Isles, a map we don't see a huge amount of these days, but still actually a very fun map, and Orc versus Orc obviously often is a pretty formulaic matchup, but that can sort of really be what makes it really interesting, is that you really see these small deviations in terms of creep patterns, things like that, that really make a difference. And actually, as I was saying that, huge deviation coming up from the start. We see we're seeing no barracks yet from Focus, so we're probably going to be seeing Farseer first, going to harass with that, getting very quick tech started, then putting down his barracks, and then obviously Voodoo Lounge a bit later on. But very interesting to see this play here by Focus. Really risky, and we'll have to see now if it is going to be a Farseer. It is indeed going to be a Farseer, and Fly probably just going to go for the center. Blade Master, yes indeed. So very interesting start here, and this always makes Orc vs Orc very interesting because you can see a bunch of different things, but most often what it is you'll get probably a Fire Lord second, and then I'll go for that Tower Rush. So it's certainly the Farseer second is actually, sorry, not the Farseer second, the Shadow Hunter second has become quite popular recently. It can be a bit tricky to keep your heroes protected because they're both very low HP heroes, but you can often get away with it, and then obviously you can get things like Kodo Beast out quickly because you're going for a Tower Rush to a War Mill, and that can all be quite nice, and it all works quite well together. And in the meantime, we're going to see how Fly's going to try and react to this. It's going to be a while before he actually scouts out what's going on, and we can see now the Stronghold has just started to upgrade now, and so we will be seeing that barracks being put down pretty soon. Maybe this peon's going to go out and build it. Yes, it looks like he is. And we do have the Farseer immediately bringing out 2 Spirit Wolves. This is just going to mean that the mana regeneration is going to be starting a bit earlier, because obviously he's used some mana, so it's well worth bringing them out as quickly as possible. Also, it means that your cooldown is a bit, or you have a bit less time left on the cooldown for when you next want to bring out those Spirit Wolves. And we see immediately actually Fly going to be getting this out. Very fortunate here for him. And at the same time, he sent his Blade Master over to sell his TP, buy oh, actually he bought a Dust there. That's a bit unfortunate there. He could have been because he wanted to deny the Dust to Focus, but considering that there's 2 shops on a very small map, it's more likely that he had bought the Dust just before he started at that Farseer. So pretty unfortunate there for him. And actually now this Grunt taking a fair bit of damage could be forced to run home, and we can immediately see that Fly's going to take advantage of no one being home and no Grunts even having been started yet, and he's going to try and get some hits off now on this Burrow, which Focus is going to need to repair, and he's going to actually, oh, very nice there, yeah, popping into the base, and he's now going to be, we saw that actually using his little item trick there, that hopefully all of you were aware of, and actually now the Grunt getting very low on health, but in the meantime, the harassment here is not over. Fly actually moving back a bit, trying to try and stay out of the range of the Burrows because he doesn't want to be taking any damage while he doesn't have any healing salves on him. And the Grunt now really being run around. Looks like he will eventually be taken down now, and that's going to be a nice 40 experience here. Meanwhile, we have 60 experience rather. Meanwhile, we have 0 experience for Fly at the moment. He's doing a lot of damage to a lot of peons, but not really focusing any of them down. Finally, a Grunt pops out, and we can see that the Grunt is going to be unable by lots of things to get into the base because the Blade Master did use that item trick to get in, whereas there's no way for Focus to get his Grunt in unless he rally pointed it in which case it would be stuck in unless he actually took out the trees to get out, and then that would permanently take down his base. So really a bad place here for Focus, as he's losing lots of peons. Already lost 3 peons now, and a lot of mining time as well. We can see so much mining time has been lost just by peons being put in burrows and being taken out and everything. It looks like a 4th one going to go down now. In the meantime, the Farseer, ooh, wow, picking up an Alchemist second. Very weird choice here by him. Going to be going for that Acid Bomb, but we'll have to see how he wants to be playing this out, because he, as we can see, he doesn't have a Wormhole off, he doesn't really have anything, he's just going to have to be doing some harassment now. Meanwhile, this Blade Master, bear in mind, is stuck in the base. He doesn't have a TP, he has no way of getting out without taking down buildings, which he really is never going to be able to do in time, so he's probably going to have to sacrifice his Blade Master now, just so he can eventually bite back. Maybe even bite back at the tavern, but probably just at the altar, because it's so quick, since it is still only level 1, as this Blade Master getting more and more hits off. And this Voodoo Lounge taking a lot of damage. The Alchemist actually taking a lot of damage, and the Alchemist has so many hit points that it's really not fantastic there to be tanking with it. And it looks like the Alchemist, or the Blade Master did eventually go down, but it's going to be a long time. And meanwhile, this Alchemist doing such a good job, just taking so much damage, and Focus now really going to be able to do a lot of damage, taking out the Voodoo Lounge before any items can be bought there. And Fly now, he doesn't even have a second hero on the way yet, because he needs to be getting his Blade Master back. And we'll have to see how Focus wants to be playing this out. He does have his Bestiary on the way, still no War Mill, so maybe we're not going to be seeing a Tower Rush. Maybe it's going to be something completely different with this Alchemist being out. This pressure is very, very nice, but it's not 100% sustainable, because the Alchemist is good early game, but not really fantastic as the game goes on, especially compared to lots of other heroes, like the Shadow Hunter, which we're quite likely to see as a second hero here for Fly. And it looks like this Alchemist now finally taking a lot of damage and will be forced a bit back, but bear in mind, I don't think there's a Voodoo Lounge out. No, there is not for Focus, so he has no way of healing this up for a long time yet. And in the meantime, actually a couple, or one of these grunts is pretty low for Focus as well, as Fly's going to actually finally get his Bestiary up, as well as his Voodoo Lounge to the back of his base. And this Bestiary taking a lot of damage still, as the Blade Master comes back in, going to try and do a bit more damage to this Farseer, chase him around, and looks like Focus going to be able to get back home. He has now finally started that Voodoo Lounge, and he is going to be actually Focus going to be able to allowed to turn around. You know, Fly having to stay at his base because he needs to keep his Bestiary alive. He needs to keep his he needs to start healing up as well. His grunts, which have taken a bit of damage. You can see this one in the back of the base is actually going to be taken down by the looks of things, and that's just so bad now for Fly. Really oh, actually he just manages to save it with a nice critical strike there. Maybe this grunt will actually be able to live now that the salve is going off on him. We'll have to see if any wolves can get in there. Obviously, if the Farseer moves to this spot here and then summons wolves, they'll actually go into the base. Then he might be able to track them down. Oh, he just runs straight in though, and gonna go for this grunt yet again. The grunt immediately on the run does get his salve cancelled, but it looks like the grunt will be blocked by other grunts, and so will be able to get away there, pretty much scot-free. Very nice here by Fly, only losing that tiny bit of salve. And even then, he got a lot of healing off before the salve ran out anyways, and he was going to need to use a second one. So not the end of the world by any means at all. You know, Focus now healing up his own units, and does have one Raider out, and Snare is probably done researching by now, as well as we do have Fly now, going to be doing a bit of creeping, but really not in the best of positions still. Oh, his Shadow Hunter finally now out, and going to be looking for that level 3 quite quickly, but bear in mind the Blade Master is still pretty low on experience himself. Does have 2 circlets though, and really he should probably be selling this dust at this point. There's almost nothing invisible that Fly needs to worry about. His Focus is coming back in yet again now. We still don't have a War Mill, so I guess yeah, it's definitely not going to be a Tower Rush by the looks of things. He is getting his Berserker strength, and it looks like he's just going to be going for a lot of attacks from now on, trying to capitalize on this low level Shadow Hunter, as we do see actually Fly being caught pretty out of position here, the dust being used, just catching this Blade Master as he comes in, and Blade Master now actually being acid bombed, and the nice hex there on that one Raider is going to cause a lot of problems here for Focus, because he really needs to keep his Raiders alive, and that first one's going to go down so quick. So we see another hex now on the Alchemist, and actually we do see the Farseer finally leveling up to level 2 now, as Speed Scroll being used, and Fly now, despite having got that early Raider kill, is now in quite a bit of trouble. Going to be able to actually get another Raider kill, but now his units are really going to start to fall, and this is really good time for Focus to be continuing to push, especially considering that there's not going to be any time for Fly to heal up now, as you see another Ensnare go off, another grunt going to go down with that acid bomb as well. It means he does have reduced armor, so that's so powerful against the Blade Master, especially considering the Blade Master really relies on his high armor to stay alive, just because otherwise he doesn't actually have that many hit points, and he really becomes a liability if he's been dusted, especially, and you have Raiders and stuff around, and you can be getting good surrounds with things like the Farseer, as the Shadow Hunter now popped back up, but immediately the Blade Master take down to low health. The Chain Lightning goes off and takes down that Blade Master, and now Focus is going to be able to continue to put on the pressure. Very nice play here, super surround as well, getting this grunt kill, and then incinerating the other grunt so that it can't be used to hold this position, to allow that grunt to eventually run away. So nice play here by Focus, getting so many kills, but it looks like he is actually going to lose one grunt of his own, perhaps if the Ensnare does manage to go off, and it looks like he will lose that one grunt, and now Fly's Raider in a bit of trouble though. Fly will need to be a bit careful here, and we do have Healing Wave going off there, and that's going to allow this Run Raider to probably survive. Actually no, he does get Ensnared yet again, so he will be taken down, and now Focus with the Raider advantage, and that's absolutely everything in an Orc versus Orc, as we do see the Blade Master halfway back to the battle. This Farseer now level 3 with these level 2 Spirit Wolves, which have critical strike. Like each one's a tiny Blade Master, they're doing so much damage, as we now have a salve going off on an Ethereal Spirit Walker here, just trying to keep everything alive, even using those peons for so long with the Spirit Link as well, so powerful. But it looks like now maybe this attack's going to be routed here. We do have this War Mill now on the way here for Focus. Still no Spirit Lodge though, so maybe we are going to be seeing a very late tower push as we see the Alchemist coming back now, full health and a good bit of mana, so we will be able to put in a lot of effort here. We'll be able to do a lot of tanking especially, and we do now have these Spirit Walkers now being pretty bold there, but the Blade Master now comes in and actually immediately Fly loses another peon here, but he's going to be able to run back into a very nice position. These burrows going to be able to do a lot of damage, and that's going to force Focus back. And for the first time in a long time, Fly has a bit of time to breathe, maybe to use some clarities now, especially on that Shadowhunter. So important to get them, to use them well. And we do now have a lot of lumber building up for Focus, actually 500 lumber now for Focus, so it could be a mistake, but it could just be for the Kodo Beasts, or the War Mill could just be for the Kodo Beasts, but I think it's probably going to be for some tower support as well, because they are pretty powerful, especially when you only have one Spirit Walker and a low level Blade Master. Blade Master still only level 2, bear in mind, so really it's going to be pretty tricky to take out any towers that are built, as the Focus is coming in yet again. He doesn't have his Farseer with him though, and we do now have all these peons walking in, 6 peons coming up. Bear in mind, no Spirit Walkers, so no Spirit Link, which is obviously so powerful, and that is going to be one huge advantage now for Fly in this battle, as we see both players could actually be moving around each other a bit here, and looks like Fly gonna move out and gonna have to be forced back immediately as soon as he sees this attack coming out, as Fly now rebuilding the Spirit Lodge really wants to get this back up, because those Spirit Walkers are so important in Orc versus Orc. And we do not have the Raiders now actually going to be able to do a lot of damage to this Bestiary. Might even be able to kill it. Meanwhile, we do have actually the Kodo Beast has been intercepted here by Fly, and hitting level 3 as he gets that kill, as well as getting having his Shadowhunter be even closer to level 4 now. As that Bestiary does go down now, we can see the Spirit Wolves brought in on the other side of this burrow, so he gets a higher surface area, can do damage quicker. But Fly now coming back in, but he doesn't have his Blade Master with him. Finally, the Blade Master runs him, and he's already almost lost the Raider, so bad here for Fly. But it looks like the nice positioning of that Blade Master is going to mean that the Raider of Focus goes down as well, and the Acid Bomb goes down now, as his Alchemist finally hits level 2 from that Raider kill, and this Blade Master now going to be able to take down one more Grunt. And actually this battle is going pretty well for Focus. He does have these towers going up, and a third one even now going up as well, so really there's a huge clock now ticking for Fly, who really needs to get things done, and at this point it's looking like he's a bit outdone. He might need to go for the lucky hero kills here. Focus does lose one Raider there, which is pretty unfortunate, because he really doesn't have too many Raiders left, only one at the moment, but it looks like Fly has just lost his last Raider there, and has no Bestiary, bear in mind, to rebuild anymore. And we do now have the Chemical Rage actually being used now by Focus. Really going to try and take down this Blade Master, or at least do some nice damage to it, as the first Watchtower does finish, the second one is cancelled, and the third one is still only about 3/5 of the way done. And we do now have actually one more Grunt being taken down there by Focus, and another Kodo Beast coming in for Focus, and he's now going to try and eat one of these Grunts. He does manage to eat it as well, but all the towers are now down, so that's going to be a bit of a reprieve here for Fly, who has no peons in the burrows because he's been using them all for the actual battles. And that's a bit unfortunate now for him, because it's really going to be a huge amount of lost DPS now that the fight's so close to his base. And Focus now taking a lot of damage on his Alchemist. Does need to be careful. The Blade Master used was Windwalk, and even now salving up as well is good. Try and go for that Alchemist kill by the looks of things. So he goes for the kill. He's so close. He does get it, but now will he be able to get away? He uses the Speed Scroll, and he's now doing a lot of damage to the Raider. But now the Ensnare goes off on the Shadowhunter, who's now on the run. Shadowhunter down to 53 hit points and does just about manage to get away. And meanwhile, the Blade Master now actually does need to be very careful, because this Raider is around, but it looks like the Blade Master did manage to get away as well. Clarity now being used on the Shadowhunter, as we now see a huge surround there, getting that Grunt kill, and now the Blade Master coming in for the Farseer kill. Can he get it in time? The Blade Master down to almost no health. The Farseer does go down, and the Blade Master now on the run. Blade Master actually, he gets healing himself at the last second, and will he be able to get away? He has been ensnared, and looks like he will be surrounded there. Fantastic play there by Focus, who, despite having no heroes in the battle, does manage to get, or will manage to get, this Blade Master kill. And the Shadowhunter though, oh no, he's dropping all these items there, so he can pass them off to the Shadowhunter, but the Shadowhunter now going to be surrounded as well, as he came in to get the items. Fantastic play here by Focus, managing to get that second surround despite having no heroes. The Grunt's now doing a lot of damage to this Kodo Beast, who's eaten another Grunt in turn, and the Shadowhunter going to be taken down. Neither player are going to have any heroes at this point, but the Shadowhunter uses Healing Wave on himself to keep him alive for a bit longer. This could be taking a lot of damage, does need to be very, very careful, so these grunts are getting a lot of damage done to this Raider, but finally that Shadowhunter goes down, tanked for such a long time there, because he is an agility hero, so he does have a fair bit of armor, and against just units and no heroes, it can take a long time to take down an agility hero, as we now see both these grunts being ensnared, and will we be seeing the peons around here? Looks like the focus coming in here, eating another grunt now that Kotobeast has finished devouring the first one, and we do now have this grunt being taken down by peons and grunts, basically, as we have the Blademaster still not very close to coming back out, and focus now on the run, as we do have how close is the Alchemist is actually now out, the Farseer just starting up now, so focus with a good army, but the better heroes certainly go to Fly if he can actually get them out in time. But the problem might just be getting them out before Focus can come in for another attack, as Focus is already moving out with his level 2.5 Alchemist. Bear in mind the Farseer is level 3, so it's going to take him a bit longer to get him out. But Fly, despite having these high level heroes, might be forced just to buy back his Shadowhunter at the tavern. Looks like maybe these grunts are going out to that now, and they haven't intercepted 4 raiders and 3 grunts. That's certainly a good side of the equation to be on for Focus. It's going to be able to take down all of these effortlessly, as we do see actually more towers being put up now, the Blademaster coming out as well. It looks like these grunts being taken down might be the last nail in the coffin now for Fly, despite having made some tremendous efforts. Actually really nice surrounds here by Focus, because he's constantly having to change what raiders are close, because grunts just do so much damage to raiders, especially when they have 800 hit points like this. And really, really nice play here by Focus, managing to keep everything alive. And no salves though, so he actually has a lot of low raiders. Blademaster might be able to get some kills here, but bear in mind that actually the Blademaster is now out, but these towers are almost up now, and actually buying back his level 4 Shadowhunter at the altar is going to take absolutely an age and a half. With the Blademaster coming in now, going to maybe be able to get some of these kills here. He has been acid bombed, so he might take a bit more damage, and he's now going for these watchtowers. There is only 1 peon in the burrow, so he's not going to be able to do enough damage from that. As we see, this Blademaster going to be able to get 1 raider kill here finally, and now we're going to go yet again for these towers, but these towers are so close to being finished. He's actually going for the least completed one, and he will be able to cancel out, but 2 do finish, and now Blademaster forced to windwalk and go on the run. He does have a couple grunts out, but it might not be enough at this point. The Farseer will be back soon. Farseer is actually already back now, healing up a couple of these low raiders which were micro back, and will be brought into the battle soon. Meanwhile, the Shadowhunter will be able to get out in time. There is a raider here which will be able to do a nice amount of damage, but now the ensnare goes off on this Blademaster, who's being forced to use a healing potion now, and will be forced, or actually no, he does just manage to walk away, doesn't have to windwalk, and does buy clarity as well, which he does immediately pop. He needs to be using as many windwalks as possible from now on, just to try and do as much damage as possible, maybe take out this raider if at all possible. But now Kotobeast coming in as well. Focus now being able to take down that burrow and or that altar, and so it looks like Fly gonna have to tavern back a Shadowhunter. Really, he absolutely does need both heroes if he wants any chance of coming back from this. And unfortunately, because he used that clarity on his Blademaster, he doesn't have it for the Shadowhunter, which he would definitely now prefer, because mana on the Shadowhunter is so tremendously useful. As we now see Focus moving in now, going to try and take out the remainder of these peons, and with that seal the result of this game. But we do have, we might well see some more hero kills here. That's really Fly's only option here, and his hero combination is just so good. The combination of Hex and then Blademasters are so powerful. As we actually see a mana potion being bought now, going to probably be passed there to that Shadowhunter, and actually no, he's keeping it. Oh no, he finally does pass it there to the Shadowhunter, who immediately pops it, and then uses the healing wave to keep this Blademaster alive for as long as possible. But the micro is just too good from Focus, the ensnares are too frequent from Focus, and it looks like he will be able to take this game as the Blademaster goes down, and now there's very little left here for Fly, who's going to be forced out of this game and forced into a 1-1 tie, as there's the GG after the Alchemist goes down. It's just not enough, and very nice play here by both players, but in the end Focus showing that really you can do a lot with that Farseer if you're on a small map like that, because you just have the threat of towers, which is just so powerful. So I hope you enjoyed that game. Really fun to see a really different, really exciting Orc Mirror, so I'll bring you some more games in the near future, folks. Thanks.